Okay, hello again. Topic today is microaggressions, a very popular word today, getting a lot of press, TV time, Facebook posts, etc. Uh, the term has always annoyed me slightly, but it's getting to annoy me more and more as time goes on. So I looked at a post to get an example of some microaggressions. And here's number one. When I see you, I don't see color. This is interpreted as a signaling that the person doesn't acknowledge your blackness or won't hold it against you. Okay, two very negative interpretations. You know, maybe it's a person trying to say, "I'm trying not to be racist." Maybe it's from somebody who says, "I would like to be your friend," but no, no, we won't accept that. It has to be a hostile, off-putting comment that will need to be reckoned with sooner or later. All right, number two, pretty similar. We're all one race, the human race. Signaling that your experience as a black person is no different than the experience of people of other races. Um, hmm. So black people experience things differently than other races. They have some special part of the brain that doesn't exist in other races, I presume. Um, Another way to emphasize it doesn't make good sense to me. It's saying that blacks are different than all others in some innate manner, which is exactly what the racists claim. They see it as a negative thing, but negative or positive, it's a racist statement. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. To say that we're all members of the human race is aggressive, microaggression. All right, number three on the list, you are so articulate, signaling that black people are not usually capable of competent intellectual conversation. So, what this means is you cannot compliment a black person on anything that they're doing that is not intrinsically associated with blackness. I guess it's okay to compliment somebody on their basketball ability, um, but you can't praise them for being good at math or good at philosophy or good at something else. You're so articulate should be a compliment to anybody, even if you're from a foreign planet. But no, the compliment is a signal of a comment upon your race. What are we up to? Number four. I see your hair is big today. Are you planning to wear it like that to the client meeting? Signaling that natural black hairstyles are not professional. Well, they may or may not be, depending what the hairstyle is. Not all white hairstyles are regarded as professional. Um, I don't know. I think that could be a annoying comment to anybody. It might be good advice, but I wouldn't take it as intrinsically hostile. Okay, you know, somebody said you're not going to that meeting without a tie. Is that a hostile comment? It means that they think that this is a little more formal event than you did. But no, we take everything that is human that can possibly be interpreted as aggressive, and we turn it into aggressive. Number 5 on this list. Everyone can succeed in society if they work hard enough, signaling that disparate outcomes for black people result from laziness. Boy, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. I guess it's okay, though, to say that, you could be a good basketball player if you practice enough, or you can be a good boxer or football player if you practice enough. But to say that you'll be a good teacher or architect or doctor or something is an insult said to a black person. So I've come to the conclusion that people who complain about microaggressions are being macro-aggressive themselves. I think it's a hostile uh, attitude to take. I think it's an invitation to hostility. I'm sorry, I don't like it a bit, and I guess you can consider this a macroaggression if you so choose. Um, but I think it's hard to be human, whether you're black, white, red, or yellow. Life is difficult. Conversation is difficult. And if we're going to look for aggression in everybody's attempt to be helpful, kind, or signaling virtue, this world's going to be a mess. A recent post I put on Facebook had to do with a black physician, a neurologist, in fact, which is my own specialty, who considered it a microaggression when a patient didn't recognize the fact that he was a doctor in spite of his white coat, thinking that instead he was, of some lesser importance, one of the cleaning staff or whatever in the hospital, and they considered this a microaggression. I would consider that an opportunity for education, not a microaggression. The patient probably has never seen a black doctor in his entire life. And this one neurologist expects this patient to recognize him as a doctor just because he has a white coat on. Well, maybe the patient should, but you could use this occasion as a time to educate somebody, saying, no, I am a neurologist. I went to medical school at ABC and I did my residency at DEF, and I'm fully trained and board certified. And I'm glad to meet you, Mr. X, as opposed to taking it as a hostile comment. I think we should use everything that's called a microaggression as take it at face value, or take it as a chance to educate somebody and not as a chance to criticize them, turning a microaggression into a macroaggression. All right, that's I've run out of my own annoyance over this. I doubt that many people will share my feelings, other than those in the far right conservative camp. But I'm really trying to address fellow liberals, because I really believe that racism is a problem. I believe that we have to work harder to get rid of racism. But I do not believe that categorizing normal speech as microaggression is the answer. I wish I could remember the comment that I made. I was much younger at the time, in my early teens, I suspect. And there was a guy trying to flirt with a girl, and I said to one of my male colleagues, boy, that really sounds stupid and dumb. And he turned to me, and I can't remember his exact words, but it was something to the effect that, well, you'll appreciate it when you're trying to date women yourself. Life is awkward. Dating is probably one of the more awkward things that we go through in our entire life. Uh, Making friendships is awkward. Meeting people is awkward. Having a new doctor come to your bed is awkward. And if we turn every awkward moment into a microaggression, I fear for our society. So you can put your aggressive, microaggressive, or complimentary comments on as you please. I wish you all a good night. Be nice to people. Every microaggression is not necessarily an aggression at all, and many which maybe are an opportunity to educate, not an opportunity to spread hate. Thank you and good night.